Hello and welcome. I'm just going to go over a bunch of cryptocurrencies. It's almost 1 in the morning as I'm doing the video, but it's going to be one of the late nights for me. I might nap tomorrow. I might sleep in. We'll see. But let's do a video. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of the coins talked about on the JSNIP4 channel. So I might go in depth with a few, and yeah, it's probably going to be a long video. I'm going to do my best to make it quicker. So without further ado, let's get started. All bets, trades of the like. That's within each's own risk and their own reward. Bitcoin is the king cryptocurrency. I know that. Market cap tells me that. Liquidity, I love it. It's easy to send and transfer. It's expensive and it's volatile, and I don't like that. The fact that it's expensive to send at times. Back at these highs, roughly around December 23rd, 24th of 2017. Oh yeah, but like 30, 40 bucks to send Bitcoin from the blockchain. I mean, really? That was out of hand. But it's all kind of scripted in the computer programming code of Bitcoin that could never be changed. So who's going to fix that? Okay, just saying. Anyway, back in here, December the 31st, 2018, at the low areas in here. It was like 2 cents, 1 cent, and it was like 4. I remember going down in here. Oh, 12 cents, 8 cents. And what I've been hating, what has been tough for me the whole time in 2017 and in 2018 is like, oh, do I really want to send Bitcoin on the blockchain? Oh, 50,000 Satoshi on the exchange. I don't like that. I hate it. But I have to do it many times. And then even from my Trezor wallet. Oh, $3.10, $2.47. I guess I have to, but wow. I mean, these miners are getting paid. I mean, they're getting paid. So be it. And now again, $2, $3. It's like, geez, I really, really don't want to spend that kind of coin. What's going to happen when we get back to, like, say, 20, but even furthermore, 60, 81? I hear all this quarter million talk. Well, what's going to be the fee at a quarter million? And ratio wise, if we have something going from like 20,000 down to about 3, that's over 6 times down. Yet it was like pennies to send, and then the ratio those are just too high of numbers. I don't even want to think about it, even though actually I do, but I just don't want to spend time on the video. So I'm just going to be interested to see how it plays out, but I'm not going to be trading it too much. Let's look at Litecoin. No, not against Ethereum, against Bitcoin. So why am I into Litecoin? And a lot of these coins are the JSNIP4 ones, and WebBot. It's interesting with WebBot. Back in 2007, maybe late 2007, and I already went through some interesting beyond belief spiritual stuff on the early parts of that year, late 2006 as well, and it majorly coincides big time with what the WebBot theory and what they do. And that's why it fascinates me so much and still does to this day. But yeah, this is another one of those Litecoin ones as well, or the WebBot calls as well. This has just been going sideways against Bitcoin, but that's all you're really asking for it overall. I mean, technically speaking, I think that this thing has a chance to break above this level of resistance and maybe push off for a big gain. And I want to be in position for as many Litecoin as possible. That's what my job as a trader is. I like this coin. How do I do that? And the answer is the ratio trades that I'm doing with Litecoin. I've added a lot of different ones. What I got here, hey, it's getting close. It's getting close. What I've got it set up where I got Dash against Theta, Litecoin against Theta, Bitcoin Cash against Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash against DGB, Litecoin against DGB, GRS against DGB, Litecoin against GRS, Litecoin against Komodo, Neo against Flow, Litecoin against Go, Litecoin against Sky, Litecoin against Faircoin, Litecoin against Doji. Because of the fact that if I trade things together, that's where they're going to come into the gain field. And I've done this in here now, so I need this to go over 25. So this is close on the Dash side to turning Theta. No, excuse me, this is Litecoin. From turning Theta into Litecoin. Anyway, back to the markets. And what I'm going to cover in this video is going to be, well, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, DGB, and Theta. Because none of these coins, Komodo a little bit, and even Jason Force talked a little bit about that, but whatever. In fact, I was big upon that coin before you even knew it existed, probably. But by trading those back and forth, I want to accumulate as much as I can so that when I do get to these high points, hopefully I'll have, well, a lot more than I have right now. And Litecoin against the dollar, this is what I really shake my head at over and over. So apparently, around 25 in here, pretty much at the low. Why you would sell for, I thought it was for $10 or even cheaper when you said it was going to go much, much lower. But apparently it was for like 17, and I was like, oh my goodness. There are times, because I've talked to people who are trying to get into trading and some of the mistakes that they made. There are times where I really have to shake my head and say, what the F-U-C-K are you thinking? Are you, no, are you serious? And yeah, people sell here. Obviously, that's why there's red candles. People want to sell. So why that happened? Why you would do that? I don't know. To me, I always talk about selling above the 18 and buying below there. So to me, that was a heavy buy spot. But you know what? So was it down in here at 63, which is actually up right now. Just And that's the whole point of the hodl thing, where some people, there'd be people in the chirp thing saying, don't buy on the way down. No, 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 because it can go down more. Well, yeah, imagine all those people that bought Litecoin at 60 on the way down. They bought at 78 on the way down. They even bought at 115 on the way down. And then they bought at 42 on the way down. And then they bought at 28, or they bought off a JSNIP at 25 on the way down. And how are they feeling today? In fact, oh, that's what they're selling. I mean, don't be surprised if Joe comes back in the market saying, "Oh, I'm back in," and the same person who he sold it to, he sold it to originally bought it back. No, I'm just, obviously now you're above the 18. If you were buying down in here at 30, maybe you already sold that at like 58. And the stuff you're selling at 88 was the stuff you bought at 42 or 44. All those things can come into play on the buy low and sell high strategy. Now, of course, with Litecoin, and we're talking about the Bitcoin fees, Litecoin's pretty much like a Bitcoin, and I just don't see that becoming a problem. When have you ever seen Litecoin fees at $1 or at 20 cents or at even 10 cents? So what happens if Litecoin goes to like $8,000? Do we get 90 cent or $1.20 fees? I can handle that, literally. So DGB, talked a lot about on the channel before, but I like its movements. Its blockchain, moving it back and forth is outstanding. I like the bid ask. It's easy to buy and sell. The volume of the market. There's just so many reasons why I need to be in this coin. GRS is one that to me, I want to be in it as well. And that one I'm playing for medium stakes because it's got good volatility. But when these have these sick little gains, that's what I'm going to need. I needed to have these types of moves so when it has an X period of time where it can have some sort of move that's just overperforming, then I can end up selling these and, of course, accumulating that coin that I'm looking to get, Litecoin. That's the plan. And just keep on making the trades, see what happens, because I know when these things go, like I've said before, when markets are ready to go, they go. So I know at some point it's going to be ready, but I don't have to predict when. I just have to be in it and ready. I've been ready for days and weeks and months, and I'll remain so moving forward. And back in here, when you were saying, well, I've been ready for days and weeks and weeks and months, and oh, there you go, how you doing? And then so on and so forth. Next one is DGB, or rather Bitcoin Cash, not DGB, BCH. which is what he's been getting. That's what Jason has been talking about a lot since selling of the Litecoin. And I'm just thinking of like, come on, it just makes so much sense. Why didn't I figure this out before? Okay, yeah, the Bitcoin price fees are horrendous, and and even if the hydro costs are fixed in this, because that's a problem with Bitcoin as well, is how much it costs just to mine this, keep the system afloat. Well, with this, the fees are always cheap. So again, you're in a situation that's pretty much the same as Bitcoin. But let's look at it even deeper. How did day one of Bitcoin Cash work back on August the 1st, 2017? Well, it went up. I see buying right off the bat. People wanted that coin. And it has remained that so. In fact, there was one person who kept commenting over and over and over again about Bitcoin Cash, all of these times about it being a great coin. And really, I think the only reason why this, and even if you want to get technical, maybe even Litecoin, DGB, and a whole list of others are really good, is because of the problems with the Bitcoin fees. It has to do something along the lines of the volume of trades. And I'm not talking about the fees against the dollar because that's just a conversion. That's a mathematical calculation. I'm talking about the fees and how many satoshis it costs. And that's what gets multiplied by its price against the dollar. But when it's a penny at one point and it's over $30 at another, which is 3,000 times differential, and the price moves 6 times, then you know there's something in the script, the formula, that makes those prices change it. And in this case, it seems that that's what's been fixed in it. So long term, it's just something I gotta have. So I'm thinking, well, I gotta trade with something. And well, originally I thought, well, I'm gonna trade with DGB. And then why am I not? Then Litecoin. And then a week or two weeks ago, yeah, let's put it up against Litecoin as well. So two coins that I want together. But the way I look at it is if there's like together volatility wise it may not be the greatest, but if there's just two coins you just want to hold and have, and that's the case for me, you might as well trade them together, I think, because you want to increase the value of how many you own. Now Theta, this is the fun one. Because earlier in the afternoon I was thinking for a good 20-30 minutes about this. And I was saying to myself, I should have more of these coins. Why am I not trading this against Litecoin? You know how to do it. You already know that if you take Theta from your wallet and you send it to the Binance exchange, it's going to take around 2 minutes before they're available to sell. That's phenomenal. And it doesn't cost you anything to transfer them off of the hardware wallet because it's all priced in a microscopic amount of T fuels. And even taking them off this exchange is zero point 0.1. And that's, what are we talking, 11-cent coin? 12 cents now, 13 cents, that's a little over a penny. Yeah, I don't complain about 0.01, excuse me, 0.001 Litecoin withdrawal fees, which at current prices is almost 10 cents. That's cheap enough. But that's the whole point again. Oh, yeah, 50,000 Satoshi off of the exchange for Bitcoin. That's like $4. Yay. No. Okay, so it costs 10 cents to take it off. So be it. Pay the man, pay the piper. I mean, they're in business, the exchanges to make money. I'll pay them 9 cents. Because think of it, if I'm paying 10 cents to take Theta off the exchange, or 10 cents to take Litecoin off the exchange, rather, it's going to cost them maybe a penny or two. So they'll make the 8 or 9 tenths of a penny remaining. Or nine, not full pennies remaining, rather. So that's their fee. But with Theta, this goes to the XYZ. Let's talk about the whole psychic thing. There was some world-renowned psychic that was saying way back when to get into it. Oh, wait a while, it's gonna happen. It's gonna take some time. The key one of that JSNP4 video was it's gonna happen sooner than you think, but it's going to take some time. Now, the scary part about that and trying to understand that is please don't have Bitcoin do this like 100, 200,000 stuff before Christmas or even next year at this time, because I really hope that happens sometime in the 2021 area. But if that's the case, I think Theta's held its own pretty well. It's shown this magnificent volatility, but that's the whole point, is getting that volatility. Having situation in days where if Theta's going to have sick gains, and I'm going to calculate how sick it's going to be, and it's multiple folds higher, well more than 10 times. Then along the way of getting those moves, then maybe there's a period of time where it does something like that. Where in here, this might be, say, a 6, even a 4x move, we'll say. It goes up 4 times, and then it does a 2.6x down move. And then from this point low here, it does like an 8x move. And then it settles down thereafter. Well, on the ratio trade, that would mean selling Theta and getting a lot of Litecoin back, which is awesome. But it also means on this down back move, I'm going to get a good percentage of some of the Theta that I lost at only a portion of the Litecoin that I received. Selling again, accumulating Litecoin, and after this is going to settle in, get a little bit of a decline and or the Litecoin's going up, we'll buy more Theta back. And that's the whole point of this, because this has got two objectives on this trade. And I'm just going to two objectives I'm trying to do with Theta, and that's discounting whatever it does with my Dash trade. That's just there to get as many Theta as I can, really, more than anything, and see what happens with Dash. But not only a tool to make Litecoin for me, and really one of the biggest ones with DGB, but one that to make as many Theta as possible. Because if coins can go up together at the same time, and I get some of those swings, then I know it's mathematically possible that if I can get lucky enough to maybe have 400, 500, 600 days of duration, that I might be able to do stuff like increase my Litecoin amount based on what I start with for this 14, 15, 18, 20, 30 times, where my Theta only goes up 1.8 times. That's what I'm trying to accomplish within this game, and then, oh my goodness, the profits I get at those sick levels going higher. So how much do I think this is going to go to? Well, I'm just going to go on what other people are saying and then just calculate it from there. And then look at how it's happened with some coins historically, which in this case is going to make sense. So then, thousands of dollars. I'm just going to do 1,000 even. I mean, it's like 12 cents right now. It's got to go up like 7,000 times from here. Over 10,000 times from when it was below a dime. 1,000. Okay. I am just going to put two and two together and assume when it's worth thousands, Bitcoins is worth hundreds of thousands. Maybe a quarter million. So let's put in 250. Just a dysfunctional zero there. And even the second one's not complete, but that's fine. I don't know what grade math I learned this in, but you just cross these off together. So it's 250 to 1 ratio, that would be. The ratio now, well, let me just show you on the calculator because I've already, let's bring the calculator up. So, if the ratio is 250 to 1, I'm going to 1x that, and that'll give me 004. And if I were to divide that by current price, which is now at 17.14, it's getting close for me to sell this for Litecoin. But I'm going to go an aggressive play and see if I can get 19 or 20 tomorrow. Or 18.20 in the next 50 minutes. So I got 4 and I go 17.16, 233 in 1. Or times. I've seen other cryptos do 200x, and then even 400x from lower, whatever. So a 230x move. Here's the thing about ratio trading. If you have one market that goes up 230 times in value, good luck having anywhere near as many coins as you started with. And holy crap, how many other ones do you have now? But as I've stated within the point, if you got, as long as they both go up, and then to me, I'm just thinking as like in the mad scientist method to the whole madness thing, is if you do have a coin that has that kind of gain, and I'm not going out saying that it is, but for me, I give it the best chance and the most probability odds of having it that I can think of. So I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. I'm taking the risk and I'm playing the reward if it happens. But I'm trying to calculate how sick it can be and how I'm trying to work towards making it how sick it can be because it's all about the game and how you play it. And therefore, if you can get another coin that goes up, say, 28 times during that point, the sick amount of gains you can make in ratio trading this, especially when you have situations where everything's uncoordinated. I guess the guys mentioned with the specific move with theta, it just brings phenomenal mathematical results. 1728. Let me just see. This is. I'm just going to show you what I do to adjust the ratios. So I'm going to go like this. Actually, I got to see the numbers. I got to go like that. And I'll bring in my spreadsheet. So what I'm going to do is go like this. And then I'll put in all the prices. So I'm going to do this alphabetically. And yeah, this is manually automated, if you will. So manually done. Okay, so we got Bitcoin Cash in here. That's 5091. That's down a bit since the last time. Dash 1982. We got 1973. So that's hanging in there. DGB 188. It's at 186. It's down 2 basis points. Doji 37. I'm trading this against Litecoin now. Why not? I don't want to trade things against Bitcoin, so I thought, it makes just more sense. I'd rather trade against Litecoin than Bitcoin. Florin was 1365. It still is. Gold coin was 327. It's now, well, no need to change it at that price. GRS 5451. Same thing. Komodo 1500. Now it's up a bit. 1550. So it's having a little bit of a good gain. Litecoin was 1140. Be down a bit. 1134. I want to trade. I'm actually would like to see a Litecoin like 1089 now, just because of the ratio. Neo. Let's just scroll this down. Neo was 1449. Now it's 1440. Sky was 203. Now it's 202. Theta was 1696, now it's 1736, and Vertcoin is 5744 now. So what I've done within my spreadsheet is I've got it set up so my last trade here is now I'm waiting for a 25% move. And I got that. I mean, what a good time to buy Theta today, because I bought a whole bunch of Theta today and I just crossed against Litecoin. I'm so glad I did. But it's up 25%. Bitcoin Cash. This is it. I gotta. So this one here, Dash against Theta, and I need a bit more of a gain. I can sell it for Dash. Some close ones. So what I do is I take max divided by low to get the percentage move. High minus low divided by low. That's the percentage move. So 11.2% here on Bitcoin DGB. I need DGB. I'm waiting to sell for Bitcoin Cash, but it's just not happening. Litecoin GRS. So a little close there. Litecoin Komodo, but I need a bit of a move. But here, well, let's look at the chart. Well, I think it's better if I shorten it out to 4. Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to. Because if it breaks out, it's just going to have a. Oh my goodness. I'm going to wait. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't mind a nice break in the 1800s. Try to take a chance. See, this is like gambling. Because I can take my theta and send it to the market right now, or send it to theta and send it to Binance 2 minutes later. It's there. I sell it for Bitcoin. I buy Litecoin. I send my Litecoin to my hardware wallet. I document on my spreadsheet what I'm doing. Just in itself, how much time is left? 2:36. This is a very. It's that spot where. Well, first of all, it has already pierced above this level, and it's just holding it really, really well. Do I need to know any other key points? No, because this no. So it's over. I mean, you're looking for resistance here. It's not happening hourly. And then when you're ratio trading in these situations, like, I don't know why I did that. That was by mistake. I actually moved the keyboard away just so it's not in my way. Okay, well, interesting set of candles. We got 36 minutes left in this. Big up move, nice small consolidation, but it's getting it all back. 15-minute time frame, nice leg, small correction, big move, decent correction, but lifting off back to this level of resistance. But more importantly, it's congesting and supporting this previous level of the resistance. Early indications that we could have a decent store gain. So what I'm going to do here, I think, is wait for it to see start to break out above the 18s. If I see it, then I'll make a transfer, a deposit, I guess you would say, and make the trade. But this is a very active market. It all happened at one time right here, and that just keeps going. And one of the just gambling modes is this. It's 1:24 in the frickin' morning. Why don't I just go to bed and see where it is? Because one of three things is going to happen. Num- and not counting any Litecoin weird specifics. But with Theta, one of three things is going to happen. One, it's going to be a bunch higher. You got a better trade. Because I would rather sell about 30% of the Theta, 32%, for like a 50-60% ratio trade, rather than trade like 19-20% for a 25% move. And really, I do about 18-19%. Because if I oversell Theta, I really risk having small amounts for big points. But whatever. It's a profitable strategy as it is. It is holding well. Yeah, and it could settle down and go down, and it could wake up and it's in this area, and this is just going to be where it congests for a while. But I'm happy with how I'm playing the game. Um, is the risk there? It most certainly is. But in calculating XYZ with theta, this is how I look at, okay, well, if I'm fortunate enough to have, well, let's just put it this way. If this goes up like 250 times, and then Litecoin goes up 8 times or something, or 9 times against Bitcoin, then we'll put an average of about, say, 30. And then maybe, oh, that's for the Y actually. That's for the amount that the cryptos would go up against Bitcoin. And along the front, if I like on average double my portfolio, and I could do better than that, but we'll just even do it 2.5 times, XY would equal 75. And if it does so, with price increases at that 250,000 number, and we're looking at like 8,000 now, even the 6,000 number, whatever. Well, that would be about, maybe we'll go like 40 times. 75 times 10 is 750. And times 4 would be 4 times that. So 3000x gains? Hmm, possible. Yeah. And now, for me, I've already talked about it. I tell this to a lot of people, more and more people in the local communities. You just have to let it play through. You can do all you want about seeing what history has had, but you've probably heard so many times that future results are not indicated with past results, or future results are not with the indicate whatever. It's not. You can't rely on past numbers. Well, yes, but what you can rely on is the mathematics towards the trading strategy. 5 plus 5 will always equal 10. So if you're consistently doing the same thing, flipping 20% on a 26% move, flipping a half of what you own when the market goes up 187% on the ratio, all that type of stuff, you consistently do that over and over, and then you're going to have gains. They're going to have higher ownership, which will make X a good number. And if markets go up in value, they will go up by a level, and that's how you calculate why that will always be the case. So, I'm going to end this video because I got some stuff to do, including getting ready for bed. But man, I want to stay up. I want to stay up. I want to stay up. Sorry if there's a sound shake there. I want to get the best deal possible. 1754. Where does that stand on my ratio now? Because now I can just go in here and theta, and it's only up 18 basis points, so that's 1%. But, oh, page. So now it's 26.5%. So it's in that realm. I wouldn't mind getting that to like 30, 31 and selling 20% of that number. All right then. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.